Uranium. Why is this little talked about commodity a pretty interesting investment for 2021? That's what we're discussing in today's video. Here in a second, I'm going to actually take you into the historical uranium charts looking all the way back to 2007. The uranium prices are pretty much at an all-time low right now, or very, very close to it when you're just scrolling all the way out, taking a bird's eye view. And what is the reason that I think uranium is so important? Well, this is, on your periodic table that you learned about in the early days. This is something that you may not even think of as an investment, but a lot of people are very interested in this because of global nuclear energy. Now, nuclear energy only makes up 4% of the total power around the world, so if you're looking at global power overall. But when you're looking at economic superpowers like the United States, this is actually 55% of just the United States global power. And when you're looking at kind of moving away, obviously, from fossil fuels, getting to something that's more interesting, more efficient, less carbon taxing, and all these different things, and is actually very, very dense as far as power goes. I'm not going to get into all the details in this video. I'm happy to make another video on this topic as well. I want to let you know that I do have a very, very interesting uranium royalty stock that I've been personally dollar cost averaging into for a while. Go check out my video on royalties if you're not familiar. Maybe you've heard of them in the music industry, but how they affect things like the commodities markets. When you're looking at a royalty for silver or gold, where you could be getting in on something just like the Queen of England, where she's not in the gold mines getting her hands dirty, rather she's taking a percentage of everything that's pulled out of the ground. Well, you can do this too with royalty stocks. Obviously not financial advice, but this is something that's interesting to look into and do your own research with. We always have that video linked down below in the description talking about how to do your own research in investing, and that's pretty much it. So here in a second, we're going to jump into my computer as I talked about, but I did want to cover that kind of last thing is that, different continents, like a lot of South America, a lot of Africa, more emerging markets, have barely any nuclear power. And if you have a stigma around nuclear energy, really, really do your own research with this, and let me know in the comments if you're critical maybe on this industry, because I think a lot of people have misrepresentations of what's going on in nuclear energy and why uranium plays a huge role in this. And I think a lot of this is due to the media, due to movies, and things like what's that show? The Simpsons, where he like works in the nuclear power plant, and like a lot of people, it's crazy in life how many people get these like subconscious opinions about things just because of what they see in like a cartoon TV show or a movie. Most people have zero idea about really where nuclear energy is going. Obviously, I'm all for electric energy, all for sustainable solar, wind, water, all these different things. The second largest in the U.S. is the hydro energy, but that's for another video. Really, we're just gonna talk about uranium and some other commodities we have going here. So here, let's dive right into the uranium stock price. So we're here in the uranium USD price chart from Markets Insider. Now, if you're just looking at it from this perspective, you may going, wait a second. This is over the historical time period, so it's key with any commodity. Just scroll back as far as possible. Really take the bird's eye view and go, okay, 2007, we kind of had this peak up around 130, 140. Then we're moving down into 2021 in kind of the stagnant period. We've been really kind of in this dip, and while this commodity is very interesting, again, the reason that I'm so bullish on this is because it's really the quickest, fastest, and most affordable form of energy. I really think nuclear energy will be the future, and it continues to be innovative. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about uranium. I'm personally very, very bullish on this. Again, if you guys want to see another video on commodities, I am always in the markets for this stuff. Yes, we talk about different blockchain projects, different cryptocurrencies, but it's very, very important to keep your eye on commodities, keep your eye on real estate. Look for opportunities out there. It's not all in crypto. This bull run will come to an end, and I'm telling you, you do not want to be holding the bag. You want to be diversified out of crypto, and I highly, highly recommend the commodities market for anyone who's in cryptocurrency right now, because you can have a competitive advantage, especially if you can understand crypto. You can really dig into this commodities market, not just looking at uranium, but copper, silver, nickel, cobalt, platinum, palladium, and really, really dig deep in this. And I will be happy to share a very, very interesting royalty stock with uranium, because it's not just all about buying the most likely you're not going to be buying physical uranium as I recommend with gold and silver you would be doing, but you or any of these really. This is like daily metals prices I use for pretty much all other commodities except uranium, because for some reason they do not have it on here, at least from, this is like something I check every day. I have like my kind of everyday market watch. Some of these are just, for example, we do the daily DeFi series on decentralized finance in the crypto space, and then typically after that, I check my daily metals prices. I love watching this stuff, guys. A lot of these things like silver are very, very manipulated by people like J.P. Morgan. They paid that giant fine on this, but I like this website because it's kind of aggregating all the data, not just from the New York Commodities Exchange, but also from the London Metals Exchange. This is a great one right here. Copper is very, very interesting. But anyways, back to the reason that I'm saying the royalty stock would be interesting for you guys if you're interested in buying uranium, is most likely you're not buying physical bullion like gold, like silver, because this is not something that you're just holding in your house. Uranium is literally a nuclear metal, so this is kind of an interesting one. Anyways, the reason that royalties are so important is because you're actually having a higher return when you're getting into something like a royalty or a junior mining stock, which junior miners, for those people that don't know, essentially you could call them the majors, where they're producing the majority of the total commodities produced. So like gold majors, for example, would be someone like Barrick, whereas a miner would be someone like you could say Gold X or McEwen, these kind of smaller gold miners. There's this in every industry, but then there's also the play for royalties, and this can be massive. If you know about music royalties, this can be huge. I will also link a video down below that I go in detail kind of talking about royalties, opening the door to this as far as the basics, and then I'm happy to continue the conversation. Again, just let me know in the comments if you want to see that stock. I'm happy to cover it, but I only want to do these things if you guys are interested in these. I do like kind of introducing some of the people to this topic that are just interested in cryptocurrency, because this can be a great hedge. You want to diversify, not just inside of crypto, but outside, or not just inside of crypto, but really look at all the different types of investment sectors and then move from there. What are some emerging markets you can get exposed to? What about some real estate exposure? And there are many ways of doing this, not just literally, you don't have to go and buy physical real estate. You can invest with someone like Fundrise, where you're basically having a fractional ownership of the real estate, or realty, or something that I'm working on developing with emerging markets, similar style of investment strategy. But anyways, that's all for today's video. Just wanted to share with you this quick uranium chart, and really kind of explain why it's so important to go all the way back, and why this, in my opinion, is a pretty incredible time to be looking at charts like this. I mean, this is something where if you're looking at gold, you definitely missed the train. We form these cup and handle patterns, and with uranium, we're in this incredible buying opportunity, in my opinion, especially if you're getting in at these prices with junior miners and royalties. So anyways, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, like button, subscribe button, notification bell, like, subscribe button all, invest global, and until next time.